these normally off and then or you turn them on?
Yes, yep.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
won't be.
And then I usually log into the Teams meeting as well, just in the instance, like Anna usually does the stuff to share her screen. Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Okay.
Good. Mike, this is, oh. Can I?
Check that box, you know?
Just wanted to introduce you to Christine over here and Tanner.
Hi,
Mike
how are you?
Sheldrick's the chair of the Select Board and the Affordable Housing Trust.
Oh, okay, okay. How are you?
And Select Board Liaison to the Planning Board. So.
Oh, okay, oh, you cover it all.
I look forward to chat.
Okay, very good. So what did you say? You normally bring your laptop down?
Yeah,
and-
so
Okay.
I usually log in too, just in case there's any reason why I need to, like if Annie doesn't have something, or just kind of like as a backup to share my screen, because we
Yeah.
usually share the screen for things, so. Good evening and welcome to the July 22nd, 2024 meeting of the Planning Board of the Town of Chatham. My name is Catherine Halpern. I'm Chair of the Planning Board of the Town of Chatham. This meeting is being conducted in a hybrid format, both remotely and in person. I'll give you a few points on that in just a few moments. Please also note that this meeting is being recorded and will be available shortly hereafter for scheduled and on-demand viewing on any smartphone or tablet device. If anyone is recording the meeting, please notify us. I'll give you, I don't see anyone connected remotely. I don't see any hands up. All right. So pursuant to Governor Healy's March 29th, 2023 signing of the Acts of 2023, extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, GL 30A 20, until March 31st, 2025, this meeting of the Chatham Planning Board is being conducted in person and via remote participation. Every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. A reminder that persons who would like to listen to this meeting while it's in progress may do so by calling the phone number 1-508-945-4410, and the conference ID number is 155-964-664#. Or you may also join the meeting online using Microsoft Teams through the link that is in the agenda that's posted on the town website. Well, this is a live broadcast and simulcast on Chatham TV, formerly Channel 18. Despite our best efforts, we may not be able to provide for real-time access, and as mentioned, we will post a record of this meeting on the town's website as soon as possible. So let's start with a roll call of our board members. Art Spru.
Art Spru, present.
Warren Chain.
Present.
Bob Wirtschafter.
Bob Wirtschafter, present.
Frank Scherer.
Frank Scherer, present.
Bob Dubus.
Bob Dubus, present.
Charlene Greenhalgh.
Charlene Greenhalgh, present.
And this is Catherine Halpern. I'm also present. And is there anyone who needs to recuse themselves from any item on tonight's agenda? Nope. First, what I'd like to do before we get started is, I think you see sitting with our Community Development Director, Katie Donovan, is our new town planner, Christine O'Grady, and today is her first day with us. And I just want to mention that we're very pleased that you've come to join us in Chatham. Christine has a very long and impressive career of professional experience as a planner, specifically working in municipalities. Most recently, she was the planning director in the town of Dartmouth. And prior to that, for about 3 years, she was city planner in the city of Newport, Rhode Island. And prior to that, she had a 20-year career as a senior planner at CDR McGuire. So she has a very impressive and long-term experience in planning, and specifically in town planning, and specifically in town planning with towns that are somewhat similar to Chatham. Newport is a seaside community, and Dartmouth is nearby. So Christine, we're really happy to have you with us, and we hope that you'll enjoy your time in Chatham working with us.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So we have, the first item on the agenda is the minutes. Let me see. Does anyone have any corrections? The minutes for July 8th, any additions? Yes, Art.
Okay, just underneath the pre-application for 166 Depot, at the very bottom of that, just before the motion, the board agreed that a site visit would not be required. I think we also agreed that a public
Correct.
hearing was not going to be required either.
That is correct, yes.
So I just wanted to note that we should include both of those as not being required.
And Annie heard that, so we'll just, yes, great, thank you. Any other additions or corrections? With that one amendment, can I have a motion to approve the minutes from July 8th?
Art Spru, I'll make that motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you so much. Art Spru,
Art Spru, approve.
Warren Chain,
Warren Chain, approve.
Bob Wirtschafter,
Bob Wirtschafter, approve.
Frank Scherer,
Frank Scherer, approve.
Bob Dubus,
Bob Dubus, approve.
Charlene Greenhalgh,
Charlene Greenhalgh, approve.
and this is Catherine Halpern. I also approve the minutes from July 8th. The next item on our agenda is a request for a recommendation to the Zoning Board of Appeals regarding a driveway in a conservancy district for 159 Sea Pine Road, and I think we have Dave Clark. Do you want to just give us a brief overview of this situation?
Good evening, David Clark. Clark Engineering on behalf of the Baldwins, I think. Bill Litchfield might be on too. But nonetheless, this is a demolition rebuild project, and the way we have the garage situated requires the reconfiguration of the driveway. We had originally designed it so that it was a wash as far as the new driveway versus the old driveway, but we forgot to take into account the apron to the garage. So you see that little box in front of the garage. That's what gets us the increase in amount of driveway within the floodplain. But the good news is it's a paved driveway now. The driveway within the floodplain is going to be converted to a semi-pervious gravel surface.
All right. And so on this, the pink areas are where the new driveway will be, and the yellow is existing driveway to be removed, correct?
Yes.
So it's just kind of a reconfiguration, and you're adding about a little bit less than 100 square feet
Yep.
to the driveway. And it will no longer be paved, it will be now pervious.
Just the portion within the floodplain.
Okay, great. Any other questions from the board for Dave? Yes.
Dave, I think it'd be helpful just to get some information out about this, because there are, when you take a look at the whole picture, including the building and everything, there are increases that, and I'm not sure how they're being dealt with. The house footprint is going up by, I believe, 240 square feet.
Yes.
So that's an increase in an impervious area. So that also affects the volume of stormwater. But I was wondering, you have a crawl space. Is that crawl space going to be allowed to take any of that floodwater?
It's required to.
It's required to. Okay, that's a good thing. Yeah, I noticed that your foundation is going up because of the flood zone that you have. So overall, I think you have a reduction on the impervious area, which is probably a good benefit. There is a slight increase, but I'd rather take the reduction of 400 some plus square feet of impervious area any day. So other than those comments, I have no issues.
Great. Warren, any comments or questions?
I really don't have any comments or questions.
Okay, great. And just a reminder, our purview just covers the driveway, and we just give a recommendation to ZBA. Bob
No questions.
and Frank?
Thank you. It's been referred to us because under the protected bylaw, it's in the conservation area. And
Right.
one of the criteria that we're supposed to look at is whether there's any obstruction to the flow of water.
Right.
So I went by there today because I was curious, and
Okay.
I just asked the question, are there going to be any obstructions to the flow of water by putting in the new driveway?
The new driveway, no.
Yeah, okay. And I have no more questions.
Okay, and it's just also, you probably noticed on the staff report, a standard condition that we always put in is that the driveway should be constructive, pervious material, and allow the unobstructed flow of water. So that's absolutely correct, thank you. Bob Dubus, any questions?
No, I looked at this and I think somewhat like Art, that they're taking out the asphalt
Yeah,
and putting in stone. And looks pretty good to me. The house has been there a long time as it is.
yeah,
Hopefully it'll stay a lot longer.
great. And Charlene? Any questions or comments for Dave?
Nope, I have no questions or comments,
Okay.
but I'm ready to make a motion.
Yes, why don't you make a motion?
I move that the planning board recommend the construction of the driveway within the Conservancy District for 159 Sea Pine Road.
Okay, we could say that we give a positive recommendation
Okay, that works too.
Yeah, and that we include that standard condition, the driveway shall be constructed of permeable material and shall be constructed in a manner which permits the unobstructed flow of
I'll
water.
second that.
All right, great. So let's do a vote. Art Spru,
Art Spur approved.
Warren Chain,
Warren Chain approved.
Bob Wirtschafter,
Bob Wirtschafter approved.
Frank Scherer,
Thanks, Sharon, approve.
Bob Dubus,
Bob Dubus, approve.
and this is Catherine Halpern. I also
Wait.
approve, and
Charlene,
I
Charlene.
approve too.
Yes, sorry, Charlene. Did you vote?
I approve as well.
Okay, great.
Yes.
All right, and I also approve. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
We will send a positive recommendation to the ZBA regarding this matter.
Have a good night.
This might be our shortest meeting yet. We might have a record breaker. The only comment I want to make for the board is, as you know, we usually do our annual reorganization of the board on the second meeting in July, but in this case, we have to postpone it as the select board is still working through the reappointments. So we will be doing that shortly, but not tonight. So with that,
Madam Chair, can I have
Yes.
a question? May I make a suggestion for an agenda item for the future? Is that in order?
sure, we can consider it.
Yeah. I guess it was a meeting or two ago that I suggested that we take a look at whatever the timetable was.
Oh, right, yes,
You know, for getting the West Chatham
Right.
approved prior to the board. In other words, who's going to do what, when, what, you know, that kind of process. I'm
yes.
wondering whether that could be added as an agenda item perhaps for the next meeting.
Sure, I think we have it as a pending agenda item. We've already noted that. So if we can include it on the next meeting, we will.
Thank
We
you.
can certainly try to put something together for that. meeting.
Yeah. I think part of it is we wanted Christine to get started.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and again, a warm welcome to you, Christine. We look forward to working with you. And we'll try not to be too difficult. All right, so with that, I think if there's no other comments from the public,
Move to adjourn.
well,
Second.
all right, there's no other comments from the public. We have a motion, we have a second. Art Spru,
Art Spur approved.
Warren Chain,
Warren Chain approved.
Bob
Bob
Wirtschafter,
Wirtschafter approved.
Frank Scherer,
Vice Chair, I approve.
Bob Dubus,
Bob Dubus, approve.
Charlene Greenhalgh, you've already been disconnected.
No, we haven't.
Okay, do you vote to adjourn?
I vote to adjourn.
All right, this is Catherine Halpern. I also vote to adjourn. Let's note the time as 5:14. And thank you, everybody, for participating. Please enjoy the rest of the evening.